Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships with Wadres. Tonight I will be streaming, well, as you've probably figured out by now, World of Warships. And I am going to be going along and doing the Snowflake grind. And just kind of seeing what I can get as far as my steel ships specifically and my remaining tier 10 ships out of the way. I would like to also try and, well, if any of my clanmates pop up, specifically Hooli, I would very much enjoy clanning up with him or divisioning up with him for a run or two, maybe, depending on the tier he's comfortable running at, and just have a little bit of fun tonight. So let's see where things go as far as the stream and everything tonight. And of course, as always, I will be monitoring chat for any of you who are just not showing up on my chat lineup right now. And if you want to say hello, just feel free to pop into chat, say hello, and I will speak with you accordingly. I think I'm going to work my way down from the top, so it's going to start at tier 10 here. And I also have a whole bunch of missions here that I'm trying to work on too, including some campaign missions. I'm not interested in those so much. Still working on some of the dockyard for the first round in the current the Heathen dockyard. Overall, don't have too much left to go. I've still got, well, I mean, torpedoes, there's aircraft carriers. That one I could probably work on a little bit later on, but I mean, I think I've done all of my aircraft carriers, at least as far as the Snowflakes goes, not counting the tier 6s, but those are kind of trickier to get the kind of numbers I'm looking for here. And then, let's see, destroyers, battleships. I think I'm going to focus on the battleships for right now, at least as far as what I haven't done, and see where I end up. So let's go ahead, pull out the Grossaker first. I've removed just about all of my signal flags, so I don't have to worry too much about my flags being all over the place. And I have disabled the auto resupply. That's kind of an important point on this too. So just gonna mount a few that I want to mount instead of mounting every single one. I really don't think I need 5% extra speed on the Kurfürst. Or for that matter, that one. That one I couldn't care less about either. But beyond that, I think we're good to go. So, yep. And let's reorganize these just a little bit. There we go. And into battle we go. I really need to remember to put these off over here instead of back behind the camera, blocking my camera view. But that's a me problem. That's not anything anybody else can handle or help with. Had a whole bunch of kittens go home in the last few days too, so hopefully I shouldn't have anybody screaming at the door today. I know that's been a rather annoying part of the last couple of streams. Okay, so we're on this side. Okay, I know where I'm going. Where which way I'm going.
Die Schlacht beginnt.
Well, there's somebody who's dropped a whole bunch of credits right there. No other reason anybody would have the Heathen quite yet. Switch over to HE for the first few rounds. What is the team layout looking like? Interesting. Okay. Please, before any of those Republic's shells actually reach me. There we go. No more Will Yang. That means... never mind, there was no Tago there. That means I can probably still expect Torps. Why do I feel like I'm showing just a little too much broadside here?
Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
There, but apparently somebody's in somebody's way. Fine. I'll do that instead. I need to get my side less exposed here. Seriously? Finally.
Wir haben ein gegnerisches Schlachtschiff versenkt.
In. Now I just need to survive 15 more seconds to actually get my heal back up, face off against the leak properly. Oh, I will be lucky if I get that far, though. Please? Nope. Shit. But I did land a fire, and it is going to tick at least. Question is, do I get the kill? No, I do not get the kill. Okay. Overall, not a terrible match. Definitely could have gone a lot better. Let's see, 216,000 damage done, 227,000 credits earned almost. 5,508 EXP, 3,818 free EXP, 41 main battery hits, 3 confirmed kills, 4 citadels, 9 fires, 6 incaps. There's your clincher right there, 373 secondary battery hits. I mean, granted, it is a GK and I do have Luchans on here, but 567 base EXP, that's not bad either. Let's see, detailed report. Respectable numbers across the board on everything that I shot at there. Let's see. Main battery, or secondary battery did almost 51,000 points worth of damage. Yeehaw. Holy shit. 2.3 million potential damage tanked. Wow. Wow. Okay, I can be very happy with that battle. Commander walks away from the match with 7,053. Overall take-home of 170,000 credits. I really wasn't running an incredible amount of modifiers this round either, so that's pretty respectable. Let's go ahead and collect one of my daily containers. Cool, and a couple of signals. And then, of course, my reward for running a tier 10, getting the victory. 2,500 coal. I'll take it. Trying to save up for the Z44, so I'll take it. Let's see. Gotta go all the way back to the end of the line. And continuing with the battleships, let's go ahead and pull out my Montana, get Halsey back on here. Not him. There he is. Had him in my Georgia. There we go. And let's go ahead and get him going. Before I forget. Mount all of those. Mount what I want of those. And let's mount a few of those. Again, I'm not really sure I want that on there. Okay. Here we go. That's better. Now I'm not slouched all the way back in the chair. Another tier 8, 9, 10 with only one tier 9. But what a tier 9, the Friesland. I mean, that thing's pretty frightening if you really think about it. I mean, granted, not in the hand of a bot. In the hand of a bot, it's kind of a moot point, but in the hands of a player, that thing's actually quite the force to be reckoned with. Hi, Miss Gracie. Hello, Miss Gracie. Cats. That's a little better. Not sure if I want to go around the island into A or just go between A and B. There's the enemy Yam over there. Something's shooting at me here. Well, not shooting at me, but... Okay, enemy Albemarle. It's tier 8 Brit Heavy. Nothing else really spectacular that I feel like shooting at otherwise. And of course the Albemarle. Oh, wait, there it goes. Gascon, is that? Yeah, that's tier 8. There's the enemy Yam right there, and I think he's looking right at me. Let's turn in to avoid those shells. Yeah, those shells were aimed right at me. Probably want to turn. Not be at all surprised if that Albemarle's lodged a corpse. And then so did the Henry, apparently. Archie, do you really need out right this second? Archie boy. Archie. Not right now, Betty. Archie, Archie. Hi, Betty. Ooh, nice hits. I'd like to think I completely knocked that turret out, but I think that would be a little, Hi, Archie. Yes, I know I said I didn't want you knocking at the door, but I also don't want you in my lap right this second.
Enemy battleship foundered. We destroyed an enemy battleship.
Okay, so now it's just the enemy ships that are remaining on the other end of the map. Fortunately, I'm in one of the battleships with some
Victory
pretty
is
good
in sight.
long-range batteries. And I'm grounding myself. Why? Because that's just how I seem to operate some days. Hello, Archie. Ha 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 ha! Nice hit. Why, yes, I am, in fact, rather proud of my long-range artillery skills. Alrighty, 132,827 damage done. 200,800 credits earned, 4,163 EXP, 2,513 free EXP. Nowhere near as spectacular as my match in the GK, but, I mean, the GK was also kind of a shit show. Let's see, 471 base EXP. Tanked 500,000 potential. Got 19,000 spotting damage almost. Hello there, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you as well. Let's see. Not bad. Not a bad match at all. Finishing off the tier 10 battleships, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Yan. After I open my container. There we go. Free XP, 10,000. Okay. Hi, Archie. You're a good boy. Yes, I love you very much. Alrighty. Yes, you're slipping. Thank you very much. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Archie. Ooh. Tier 10 straight. Just me and a Republic as the only players. This could be fun. And we're on hotspot. Or no, not hotspot. Yeah, hotspot. Okay. That's right, the previous map was trap. Okay. Starting out in dead center. That's always fun. Yeah, U.S. battleships, right up until they're slow as hell right up until you hit the North Carolina. Suddenly you get a ship that moves at 30 knots, and it's sweet. You really miss it if you have to go back through tiers on anything else. I mean, hell, even the Yam is sweet at only 28 knots. But the Yamato's biggest strength is its big ol' 18-inch guns. I honestly can't say I was that impressed by any of the others on the Japanese tier line or tech line, if I'm being perfectly honest. It was that grind was just painful. I mean, I even enjoyed the German battleship grind a lot more than I enjoyed the IJN battleship grind. A nice solid hit on that Montana. Love if I could peg a couple of cruisers here, but I don't think that's going to happen. I hate it when I have an itch in the corner of my eye. Enemy Yam over there that decided to give me a little bit of a hello salvo. Venezia. The secondaries should be opening up on that daring any time now. There we go. Hi, Archie. Archie, if you're gonna keep flipping around on me, I may have to rethink this whole having you in my lap during the stream. I want that Z-52 dead. Yep, there are the torps that I knew were coming. Oh, please just scrape my side. Please just scrape my side. Thank you. The secondaries should work it over from there. It's way too close to survive that. The only thing going for the Colorado is that it has 16-inch guns. That's literally it. The Colorado, in my opinion, had nothing going for it except for the fact that it could literally overmatch itself, and even then, it was outranged by just about every single one of the battleships that it was facing. So it really needed a lot of help. Granted, the Colorado was a lot... Oh, shit. That... Okay. I thought that Montana was looking the other direction. Okay. Oh yeah, real stellar gameplay on my part right there. But again, I was looking at that Montana. I thought the guns were pointed the other direction. It must have hit me right at the cheek plates. Yeah, I'll admit, I kind of free EXP'd through a lot of the earlier American battleships, pushing my way up to the North Carolina and the Iowa. the only American battleships that I really enjoyed before the North Carolina and the Iowa was the New York and the Wyoming, because at least in tier they were comfortable, but after that, it was just like they were slow, painfully slow, and even even especially now, as you for anybody who's new getting into the game with the a lot of the newer battleships, it's really, really painful because you've got a lot of other heavier faster battleships that have been introduced, like the Republique, the French battleships, the German battleships, which are just so much faster, so much more maneuverable. It's like you get into an American lower mid-tier battleship and that just gets left in the dirt. The German battleships are good. In fact, they're not just good, they're phenomenal, especially if you specialize them for secondaries. My god, those secondaries will shred anything. I mean, if even you're just using this match as an example, if I had been in my Grosse Kurfürst and that Z-52 that I was using my secondaries on in the YAM, yeah, it wouldn't have even gotten half as far as it did if I were using my GK. Of course, for the longest time, the Tirpitz was actually my favorite battleship in-game because it wouldn't matter if it was up-tiered, the Torps are kind of the universal playing field leveler. I would recommend you do go ahead and finish the US battleship line. Just be aware of the fact that it is slow, especially the Colorado. The Colorado is a sticking point in my mind. It was one of the bigger sticking points. But once you get to the North Carolina, it's like a night and day paradigm shift. Unless, of course, you're wanting to go with like the newer U.S. battleships on the like the Super Dreadnought variant instead of the fast battleship line. But if you follow the fast battleship line, go to North Carolina, you'll love it. So it looks like it's just down to my three remaining friendlies against the Midway, and that's not going to take too long, especially with the Republique on the case. So I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and go back to port here. So, what next? Tier 10 cruisers or Tier 10 destroyers? Or should I maybe drop down to Tier 8 or Tier 9 and see what I've got there? I think I'll just finish getting Tier 10s out of the way, unless you'd like to see something else. I mean, I enjoy a number of them. I will say that there are certain lines that I prefer for specific classes. For example, as far as destroyers, I actually prefer the German destroyer line because they are exceptionally versatile ships, with the runner-up on that being the U.S. Navy destroyer line. As far as cruisers, I haven't really found one that I'm in love with yet. But I mean, the German cruisers and the U.S. cruisers, they're okay. The I love both equally, really. The only thing that I wish the U.S. cruisers had was torpedoes, because every other cruiser in the game has torpedoes except the U.S. cruisers. I swear, it's like they got gypped on the whole torpedo thing. For battleships, absolute favorite is the U.S. battleship line, or the original U.S. battleship line. So going from Tier 7, that's North Carolina, Iowa, Montana. As far as aircraft carriers, right at the moment it's kind of a toss-up between... well, I can't even really call it a toss-up. I think I actually enjoy the German aircraft carrier line. Just because there's a lot of... I think it's got a lot more versatility with the armor-piercing rockets. It allows you to do a lot more damage to the things that are most likely to survive until late match, at least as far as co-op goes. So they give you more flexibility against the things that are actually going to be chasing you down. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Harugumo. So, I mean, yeah, I think that really just about sums it up. German destroyers, U.S. or German cruisers, U.S. battleships, and German aircraft carriers. I mean, there are other navies that are viable. In fact, in some ways, I might... Ugh. Although that one does bear some consideration. The Royal Navy cruiser line, I think if there's anything that I can say there, the Royal Navy cruiser line does have a little bit of an edge against the U.S. heavy cruiser line, especially. So if you take that split and go down the Hawkins through the Goliath. For light cruisers, I mean, UK, you can't really beat that for light cruisers. U.S., I haven't toyed around with the light cruisers as much as I could have. I mean, I've only made it to Seattle and I haven't really done a whole lot there. But I do enjoy the heavy cruisers. Though you can see I haven't even finished that line either, and I've been playing the game for how long? Five years? So it goes to show just how much I actually play with those. I'm very much a battleship main. I love my battleships, and destroyers I'm okay with. And of course I ground out just about all of the existing aircraft carrier lines right before the CV rework went through, because there were some compensations that we got for having all of them that I didn't want to miss out on, and that was, 2 years ago. And grinding those out with free EXP really was not all that difficult afterwards either. I mean, every nation has its own unique qualities. There are some things that certain nations do better. I certainly cannot explicitly recommend one tech line or one nation line above another one. It really is, in a lot of ways, class-specific to some degree, and even then it depends on your playstyle. I tend to play very aggressive, which means I like destroyers that have maneuverability but can also get themselves out of trouble, which means I like having smoke. But I can also argue that I can get away with that for the French line, even though they don't have smoke. Oh, seriously, why are you not switching? Come on. I said French. I did not want... Oh, shit. My tech tree is apparently glitching on me. But the French destroyers, I can argue that those are viable as well for the same reason, because while they may not necessarily be able to pop smoke for evasion, they do have high speed, so they can get in and out very quickly. But the other thing there again is the German destroyers are phenomenal because one, they have hydro, so you can get in close, you can pop smoke, use your hydro while the enemy closes in, and once they're point blank range, you can stop firing and blast at point blank range with torpedoes when you're pretty much guaranteed to hit damn near every one. So I love the German destroyers. And on top of that, the German destroyers have good long-range artillery. Well, semi-long-range artillery for destroyers. If you want something that's stealthier and is more torpedo-focused, obviously you're going to want the Japanese destroyer line because they're stealthy. They don't have incredibly reliable guns, though they are usable. I will make that point. But they definitely rely more on their torpedoes for long range and staying undetected. If you want a gunboat Japanese destroyer, I mean, hell, go down the Harugumo line, and you'll be more than happy, especially once you get to the Kitakaze, or the Akizuki specifically. Before the Akizuki, it's kind of it loves to fall flat. One tech line that I can say I do not care for, at least so far, is the Pan-Asian tech line. And the reason for that is because why am I even bothering with my tech tree when it's glitching like this? The Pan-Asian destroyer line, and that's the only Pan-Asian line that's in the game at the moment, they're one-trick ponies because they have those deep water torpedoes. So you have good concealment, but you have to rely on your guns for anything lighter than a heavy cruiser. And your torpedoes are really only viable against heavy cruisers, some heavy cruisers in some cases, and battleships and aircraft carriers, which in co-op, when you're getting into close quarters early on in the match, and you have useless torpedoes against some of the things you're getting into close quarters with, just flat out, So, just throwing that one out there. Another tech line that I haven't been especially thrilled with, just because I don't really care for their playstyle, is the Russian cruisers. The Russian cruisers, honestly, there are some points where I just feel like I don't really know what to do with them. It's like they're meant to do too much, so you try to do one thing and it doesn't really master it very well. But, Russian bias, it still comes out on top anyway, and I just don't feel them. I really just don't feel them. And on top of the fact, I just enjoy... I enjoy ships that actually have some level of historical relevance, although if I go that way, I really shouldn't like the Hindenburg of the Rune as much as I did. Which, I mean, those are the Tier 9 and Tier 10 German cruisers. But I love the German cruisers. They're phenomenal too. I mean, I'll say that about damn near any ship as long as it behaves the way I need it to. So, if anything, the only thing I can really say I dislike are the ships that don't really behave the way that I need them to in close quarters under aggressive playstyles. I guarantee my viewpoint would change quite a bit if I were trying to play the far more passive, random gameplay. But that's another matter entirely. Alright, let's go ahead and get this match running. The biggest thing is sometimes you can't really rely on what other people enjoy as far as their gameplay. You kind of have to take the chance to experiment and work with what works best for you. You have to find that niche. I mean, I can even recommend commander skill sets that for me work phenomenally, but you may find it differently. It's literally one of those mileage may vary things. If I had to say a single favorite line, I would have to say hands down, if I could only go with one, I would go with the US battleship line. Because I love the US battleships. They're versatile, they're tanky, they've got good firepower, and they're nice and quick on the battlefield, especially if you're talking about the fast battleships like the Iowa and the North Carolina or even the Montana. But, I mean, it's difficult to narrow down to just one specific tech line because, again, each one has its own unique qualities, and I do, to some degree, enjoy playing all of them in one way or another. It's just that some I haven't found that niche that really works well for me yet, like the Pan-Asian destroyers. I've just got to wait for that rooster to come around the corner. Hopefully by then my torpedoes will be loaded. Because if not, this is going to be bad. Torps aren't going to be loaded. I may have to pop my reload booster just to have my torps ready. Have a good one, John. Take care. Wow, that was a quick match. Moving on. Okay. Looks like I finally unlocked the last combat stage here, or building stage. I like seeing the dockyard elements when they come together, but I mean, this one, I mean, I'll admit the scaffolding is in the way. Well and truly in the way. It's like I can't even really see around it. hell was that? There's the torpedo bulge going in, so that's what that was. And you've got the hull plates, bow plates and bulkheads, stern plates and bulkheads. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and collect my next daily container. Got 4 containers. Where did I get 3 extras? 10,500 free, 2,900 coal. Not bad. Alright, let's slip down to tier 9, see what I can play with down here. I've got way too many tier 8s, I think. So I'm gonna go to the tier 9s. I'm gonna work with my... Yeah, I think I'll pull out my Alsace for this next round. Baltimore to 8, 9, 10. So the only tier 10 is the Yam. So the Yam's in the middle of the map up there. There's an enemy buffalo. in. Settle secondaries on him. Because I'm willing to bet the enemy Benham is smack in the middle of B2. Nice hit. 10,000 damage with an HE salvo. Granted, it can heal all of that back, but I mean, I don't even think the Buffalo's heal covers 10,000 hit points of single use. Cow looks like it might be. It's not going to be turning in. And of course, I think the Takao also has enough bow armor to tank my 16-inch, 14-inch shells, so I might have to just wait for a good shot. Kind of like that right there. Mine isn't even a laugh. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't do that again. Let's get back up to speed before my speed boost runs out, though. Let's see. FDG. Nice broadside. And I have a. Here we go. Nice. 23,000. Nice smack right there.
Notre équipe a pris l'avantage.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Alaska. So this is going to be something of a lackluster match. But at least I get the final kill. Hoorah. Yeah, still a lackluster match. What should I do next? Sure, Benham. Montpellier, Haruguma, Mogador, Asashio. Tempted to say just about everything on the map right at the moment can actually outgun me, with exception of the Asashio. The Asashio is not outgunning anybody. Watch me run into that Haruguma, though. Not that I can't handle Harugumo, but it would be... Oh god, trying to handle Harugumo and any destroyer is just painful. Then again, trying to handle a Harugumo on just about any ship is painful. If we're being perfectly honest here. Only 65 seconds per launcher. It's not bad. Obviously, I don't have to play around with the Venom too much if I have to wonder how long its torpedo reload is. Okay, so it's the Mogador that's coming up this flank. So drop those torps in its path while I get out of its way. Yes, thank you for using your radar. Hopefully those torps do their job. Something else that's got rapid fire guns coming over this way. These torps will just kind of keep on going, don't they? That's got to be the herd. No, Montpellier. Ouch. Don't you knock out my torpedoes, you. And I did not get the last launcher off, damn it. But that set looks solid on the Richelieu. But only 2 hit. I think it ran out of speed boost and slowed down. And unfortunately the flood didn't stick either.
Our team has taken the lead.
Damn. Of course, it would have been nice if I had actually had some close-in support from our Puerto Rico. I mean, come on, dude. You've got the armor. Follow your destroyer in. Give some support, for crying out loud. Then there's our Harugumo, who's just
Our victory is in sight.
obliterating everything, as Harugumos do. Well, this match is basically over. Puerto Rico knew what he was doing. He would... yeah. Why are you... Okay, if our Puerto Rico knew what he was doing, he would drop those shells under the rear end of that Richelieu. Still a win, but wow. Okay, 96,000 damage, 158,000 credits. Overall, not bad. I mean, I did still land, what? 1 solid kill at least? There are definitely worse things that could have come out of that match. Okay. So that's been completed as far as that stage. So anything else at this point from here is basically just extra. Just for grins, let's see what happens if I do this. This could either be painful or phenomenal. I'm seriously on the fence as to which one it actually could be. Hang on a second, folks. I will be right back. I need to figure out who's banging at the door outside. And I just realized I've been talking for the last couple of minutes with my microphone off. Ay, 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 ay. Going into a ranked battle for me is honestly a scary thought. I do not do this often. And I'm not still entirely convinced that it's worth it. The only thing I can hope by now is that a lot of the higher level PvP brawlers have gotten everything out of their system and moved on. So maybe I'll be more in my league, if you will. Got a Massachusetts. Got me and another Turpitz. Mogami Ochakov? That's gotta be Russian.
Gefechtsstation.
Lexington on the friendly team, on the enemy team. Ugh. Lexington. I see your planes. Nice to have eyes on that. Kutuzov. Please tell me some of those torps hit something, anything. Damn it. Anchorage has torps, doesn't it? Forget what the Ragnarok is. What it doubles as. Back up, damn you. Damn it. Well, I tanked 1.7 million points worth of damage. I don't know if that's enough to actually help my team out at all. So it'd be nice if these guys were actually not stuck on each other. Somebody finally killed that Ragnarok, at least. Yeah, we got this. So now it's down to these guys pushing on me in Massachusetts. Which is a pretty tall order if we're being honest here, because he's on not exactly on high health either. I think he's just waiting for his torps to reload. Yeah, that mass is screwed. Yeah, mass is screwed. B or A, although then again, I'm not exactly... I've seen solo cruisers turn matches around sometimes, depending on the channel I'm watching, so... high. We definitely need a capture point other than just what's in our hand. We've got 8 minutes to win or lose. Yep. Okay. We won. Not bad. Wow. Some nice earnings here. I mean, I didn't exactly get the most damage in or the best rewards, but I mean, I got some pretty good ones. 1,338 base EXP also. Sweet. Right now, I'm sure that Chapayev is yelling at his team. Would not surprise me in the least. Alright, so what have I finished in my campaigns? Completed my Yamamoto. Which one was that? Task 8. Oh yeah, EXP. Okay. I think I'll just go ahead and recycle that one. And to whoever has just popped in and is watching, you're welcome to pop into chat and say hello. I am monitoring. Not 100% sure if I want to go in for another ranked match. That steel is rather... I don't know. Yeah, I'll try one more. I'll take Luchins in on my Turbot's B. Let's see what happens. Leave the queue first off. Let's, because I just realized I need something other than, I want a lot of my signals on here. There we go. That's better. And now I get to wait more. I will say this, at least ranked matches are 8 versus 8 or 7 versus 7, whatever the limit is, because I think if it were full 12-player matches, I'd just, well, granted, I still kind of completely disregard it, but at least they're offering pittances of steel for the sprints now instead of just simple rewards. I think that's the one thing I might actually like about the overhaul they've given. Odin. Does Odin have torps? I don't think so.
Die Schlacht beginnt.
Ah, yes, Odin does have torps. It's got a set of quad launchers. Interesting. Switch over to HE to start with. I guess we're going to C. No CV this game, at least. That can be problematic in a number of other ways. Anchorage should have. Damn it. We're taking way too much damage and I haven't even done anything yet this match. Need to hit that. Damn it.
Das gegnerische Team hat die Führung übernommen. Das gegnerische Team steht kurz vor dem Sieg. Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört. Das gegnerische Team steht kurz vor dem Sieg. Das gegnerische Team steht kurz vor dem Sieg. Das gegnerische Team hat die Führung übernommen.
God damn it. Well, so much for that match. Odin's at a severe disadvantage there. If he wins, he's going to be lucky as hell, but yeah. And our Akizuki's basically screwed. Yep. Well, shit. I would not be at all surprised if I got a major downvote for that. This is probably not a good idea. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee that it's not a good idea to do a CV. But I will say it's also one of the few cases where I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to have free reign to do whatever I damn well please in the match. So let's see, where is my... Because I do want to really bring this ship out. Yes. Sure, we'll do a quick retrain. And see what happens if I take a Parzival into ranked. Hotspot. Ugh. I mean, I can think of worse maps to end up on, but geez, Parzival. What is the enemy team? Cleveland, Asasio, Oland. Really just a small cluster of battleships. I might just be able to get away with this if I do it right. North Carolina, South Destroyer AA. Out of that Owens AA. And then there's the Cleveland. Not exactly the greatest showing, but I think I actually managed to do relatively well this round. All things considered. I made the enemy battleships focus on hunting me down, so they kind of left my battleships to do whatever. Could I have tried taking out the Cleveland? Yeah, probably. Was I afraid the Holland was there? Definitely. That being said, I also had a distinct feeling that if I had to do anything against that Cleveland, I would not have been in anywhere near as good shape as I was against the 2 battleships, or 3 specifically, battleships that were trying to charge me down. So, let that be as it is. I think I actually did relatively well for my decisions. It would be nice if our battleships would actually do something, wouldn't it? But they've got 2 targets left and there's 3 of them. Granted, that's not exactly a guarantee of much of anything, but, you know, I mean, it could be worse. And actually, there's only 1 enemy battleship left now, and he's got to run from the 3 that are on my team, so we're not doing terribly. We could be doing worse, but we're not doing terribly. In fact, we're actually in pretty good position. Just need our battleships to actually get this Lenin killed. Odin could definitely be doing better if you were firing HE instead of AP at the long axis of that Odin, the enemy Odin. Enemy Odin's running for cover. Yeah, watching this, it really would be nice if our battleships would actually do something meaningful to the enemy ships. Of course, it would also be nice if our Odin were actually paying attention to island blockage and everything. But hey, we win. Not gonna complain too terribly much. Hoorah! Let's see, what time? How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for 2 hours now. Overall, not bad for a single match. 51,000 damage, 153,000 credits, lots of EXP, but it is ranked second on the team, but I did kind of do lousy. I was a CV. I mean, CVs do lousy ever since the CV rework, if we're being perfectly honest here. The fact that I pulled off anything is astounding. 74, 130. I mean, not bad. I can definitely live with the outcome of that match. More resources. Yes, please. Let's see. Do I want to try one more? I'm not so sure about that. At least not tonight. Let's see, what all have I done so far? Done a couple of destroyers, I've done a CV, and I've done primarily battleships. Let's pull out a cruiser just to finish off the night. And I know just the one I want to use. And no, not doing it in ranked. Let's go ahead at tier 9. We'll pull out the... Let's actually sort out the cruisers I've got. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull out the Alaska. Complete with my Puerto Rico commander. And off we go into battle. Tier 8, 9, 10. With me smack in the middle in my Alaska. Minotaur. I mean, I suppose I should be glad I'm like the only tier 9 in a match against tier 8s, but that can actually be detrimental sometimes. So we'll see how we'll see how this goes. At least I'm in something that's more like a semi-battleship than a true cruiser.
Action stations.
Do I want to go in or do I want to go through B? I think I want to go in and around. Exactly have all day for you to load here. I did not do that. At least not on purpose. And Hoolies is still not around. Okay, oh well. Just in case anybody wonders, I was on my Discord, or on the clans Discord for the World of Tanks clan that I'm in, and trying to see if Hooly Chicken was around, but apparently not. And of course, because I've been detected, everybody and their brother suddenly wants to shoot at me. Why? Because I know what I'm doing. Why the hell wouldn't you want to shoot at me? To give less attention or less capability of smackage to the enemies in A. So let's give some attention over that way, shall we? Maybe I should have waited and taken fire at Baltimore, but you know what? There's the Amalfi right there. Closer means accuracy's going to be better. Although, it looks like it's going to ram out against our Richelieu here. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I'll wait for the Baltimore to pop out around the corner of this island and then smack it. Just like that. Ha 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 ha.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Looks like the Minotaur's
Our team
already
has taken the
been
lead.
comprehensively smacked by somebody. Probably our turpets. Anchorage over there. You know what, let's see if we can tap it for some good damage. I'll take that.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Our team has taken the lead.
Main turret critically damaged.
Let's see. Hello, buddy. Seriously. Ha 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 ha! Oh, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me with that? Did you all see that? Set a fire and it was immediately put out with 25 health left on the sucker. I mean, seriously. That Alabama's burning down. Of course, the Minotaur got to it first.
Victory is in sight.
Well, I mean, that could have been better. Could have been worse. But I could have done better. Still not a bad match. Third on the team, I can be happy with that to a point. There's a part of me, though, that feels like that was really not the match I wanted to end this battle, or this round off on. So I'm going to go to my Alaska B and see if maybe I can just do a little bit better. Watch me suffer horribly. Let's see. Mount all, mount recommended. Let's not use that one. Sure, why not? There's always a chance I'll see a CV. Use that one, use that one, use that one, use that one. Let's go. And this will be the last match for the stream. It's raining pretty hard out there tonight. Oh, yeah. Okay, so tier 789. Not bad. 789 is doable. Very, very doable. And not exactly in a bad position either. As long as I use it properly.
Battle starts.
Missouri, Soyuz, Gneisenau, Nagato. Okay. Yeah. Switch to HE to start with. It's not like I have the longest reload in the world at 20 seconds, so I can switch shells pretty quickly as I see fit. Plus, I've also got expert loader, so if my shells are already loaded and I need to switch over, it's not going to take me forever to switch either, so. There's a part of me that feels like I should be wary of anybody who has decided to name themselves Hold My Beer. That strikes me as somebody who tends to get themselves killed a lot. Detected. That hurt. Why is everybody shooting at me? I know why. It's because I'm the closest thing and I'm... No. And the destroyer is definitely not visible, so... I guarantee that Hold My Beer is going to be in a world of hurt very shortly. Why he's not using his corpse against that Asashio is not really curious. Now it's just me against the Asashio. There we go.
Enemy destroyer found.
Hold My Beer, of course, seems like he definitely lived up to his name and just did absolutely nothing. As it was a spectacular failure. I definitely need to get away from some of these ships just a little bit. Come on. 17,000. I'm getting smacked all to hell. It'd be nice to have a little bit more close support, you guys. Come on, heal up. There we go. Definitely need to push in close to that Ghanai's now before it can tort me. So that would be bad. Okay. California is going to sacrifice himself for Missouri. Of course. Leave me facing the Missouri at point blank range. Thank God it was on low health.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
And now it's just the Ghanai's now, who hopefully is dead. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. So I wanted a better match, and I got one. Not entirely sure that was the better I wanted, but I'll take it. 83,651 damage done, 293,000 credits earned, 3,600 EXP, 2,189 free EXP, 44 main battery hits, 2 kills, 3 citadels, 2 fires, 2 defense ribbons, 9 secondary battery hits, and even 1 incapacitation. As far as the team score, I'm 4th on the team. Not surprising there. I'm not in any way in my regular comfort zone of big, chunky battleship, but it worked. Reasonable amounts of damage. Nothing incredibly spectacular, but still reasonable. Let's see, 79,000 damage done by main battery. Tanked an astounding 861,000 points worth of damage, which for a cruiser like the Alaska actually is fairly respectable. 259,000 credits take home, and walk away from the match with 4,760 Commander EXP. So, yeah, better than the last match. Definitely got away with what I wanted, but I definitely would have been a little bit happier to not have it cut so close. Ooh, jeez. And that could be part of why I was having such an interesting time. My half of my consumables are gone. Very interesting. Okay, I will have to resolve that before I try to stream on the Alaska again. But on that note, I am, however, done with this stream for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you have enjoyed what you've seen here. I do hope to actually have a couple of videos out at some point in the next few days, hopefully, if I have the time or to actually work on them. But other than that, just working on getting there. I hope you all have a Happy New Year. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And I will catch you all again later. Have a good one, folks. Happy hunting. Stay safe. Stay healthy. All that good stuff.